Alright, what's going on? No! What's going on, YouTube? We're trying a different camera angle, honestly. This one sucks. I don't know what else to do, okay? I'm trying here, but I got nothing. I look stupid as hell. And I've got no other ideas. But it's alright, we'll roll with it, okay? Today I'm gonna be telling you guys the story of the time that I went randonauting. Now, if you have ever seen any clips of randonauting on the internet, on TikTok, anywhere that you might see clips, it's pretty crazy. It's a lot of bad things out there. There's people finding suitcases with dirty money in it. There's people finding bodies in it. Like, there's so many bad things that have been discovered due to this app. The creator of Randonautica has been questioned multiple times, has been asked about the game's development, everything. How does it work? Why does it do this? Why does it send people to crazy places? Never given an answer. She always just claims that you have to have the right intent, or just answers that don't make any sense. But regardless, this is my experience with randonauting, not any of the other ones. But I'm going to tell you, if you are considering doing randonauting, number one, don't. Just don't do it. That's the first thing I would say, is not to do it. There's way too many dangerous things out there that happen with this app. But if you are going to not listen to me like I did whenever I went, well, not really, because it wasn't popular, but if you're not going to listen to me, at least be safe. And what I mean by that is, if you're going to do it, make sure you set a good intention, because that's one of the most important things that comes within that app, is what intention you set. That's what you're going to find. Not directly in your face exactly the way that you are intending to find it, but that's what you're going to find. So let's take it back to 2022, because that's when I went randonauting. I went with a group of 4 people. I don't talk to any of them anymore. Not because of randonauting, just because of life. That's 2022. This is 2026. You know, people change. Things happen. But anyways, we went in 2022. And now, at this time, the app was out for a little bit, but it wasn't like this huge mainstream, like everyone knows about it. Everyone in the horror community's talking about it. At the time, that wasn't the case. It was simply just an app that looked like Geocache or Pokemon Go or some shit like that, where it's just something fun to do to go on an adventure. So that's completely what we thought when we were going into the app. There was no warning. There was no people on the internet saying, oh, we found this scary stuff. Like, none of that was happening, bro. It was just an app that we tried out because we were bored. We were in a small town. We were bored. So, of course, so we get ready to do it. We got a car. We're going to do it. And, of course, the one thing that you're not supposed to do, it says, set your intention on what you would like to find. And, of course, we picked danger. That's not a very smart idea. Wouldn't recommend it. Thankfully, nothing happened. I'm still here, and all the people that went with me randonauting are also still here. So nothing bad happened in that sense. But I'm not saying that it couldn't, though. So we set our intention as danger, and we're doing all of this in the Northwest Alabama area. So I'm gonna do my best to kind of add clips. All right, before I get started with this video, here's the disclaimer. This is from when I was going back editing it. I know I described the places that I went to, but I did go on Google Earth and screenshot the exact locations of the places that I went. So these pictures are exactly where it was. Also, the only ones that I struggled with were the last location that I talk about. That one is almost impossible to get pictures, but I did the best that I could, as much as I can, to give you guys kind of an idea of where this was taking place. But the first location that we went to, when it said danger, it was a place that I had been to before and never thought anything of it. So it takes us up a hill not a very big hill, just a small little hill. And at the top of that hill, once we get there, to our right, which I'm pointing, and this is your left probably, but to our right is a big grass field, not super high grass. It was cut, not one of those like farm fields or cornfields or anything like that. It was cut grass. And then on the left, there was a house and there was a church just past the house. It might have been two houses and then a church, but it stops us on the side of the road by the field. And it said the intent or the location, the exact location that we were supposed to go to was in the middle of the street. And of course, it's just the middle of the street. There's nothing there. It's not a busy road, so there's not a lot of cars coming back and forth at all. It's really just us sitting there. We pull over to the side of the road, park, and it's just us. And the house that's to the left, there was a bald guy outside. Like, I don't know what he was doing. He looked kind of sketchy, I'm not going to lie, but it's probably his house. I don't know, you know. And there was a dog, an angry dog just running around and screaming. It wasn't a pit bull, but it just looked mean, man. And I don't know for sure, but I'm pretty sure the dog bit the guy. I thought it was his dog, but he was just yelling and screaming, and the dog's just so I feel like the intent of danger was supposed to be the dog. Now, we did get out of the car, but we saw it happening just over to our left. I mean, it was very close. Like, honestly, about as close as that window over there. Like, it was really close, you know. And we got back in the car after that because the guy started yelling some shit at us. And I don't know what he was saying, but either the guy could have been dangerous and the dog was protecting us, or he was yelling at the dog. I don't know. It was a very confusing situation. So that was our first stop. So we decided to do it again. So now, after we experienced that was our very first time ever trying the app, anything. We get back in the car and we decided to set a different intent because at the time, we didn't believe there was any danger there. From what we were seeing, it just looked like a crazy acting dog and there wasn't anything like really going on. So we tried a different intent. We tried mystery. And when we put mystery into the prompt, it directed us somewhere that was about not even a mile, maybe half a mile down the road. Down the road past that hill that we were on is just a bunch of subdivisions. It's just blocks, bunches of blocks. With some were longer than others. This was in Sheffield, Alabama, and it's not a dangerous place. Parts of Sheffield are dangerous for sure, but well, to put it in more perspective, this is Rivermont in Sheffield for anyone that knows the area. So we're just kind of driving through there, and the spot that it directs us to is straight up just someone's house. Straight up a house. And like, it was directing us to their backyard, which was fenced in. It was a nice house. It was a 2-story house. And I'm like, I'm not about to break into someone's house for this. So we kind of pull up on the side of the road in front of the house. We're just kind of checking out the house, looking around, seeing if there's anything odd about it. I mean, the front door was wide open. It was completely black in there. Mind you, it was daytime when we were doing this too, so we could see everything. I know a lot of people that do the scary Randonautica do this in the dark, and they go with the intent of finding scary things. But we didn't know that was a possibility. I mean, we knew danger was a possibility, I guess, but that's not specifically what kind of vibe we were trying to create. You know, we hadn't seen those videos on TikTok. Those weren't really much of a thing yet. So we were just trying it in the middle of the day to see what we could find, just because we were bored and wanted something to do. And yeah, so the house, the door's wide open. It's completely black in there. All the lights are off. I'm not going in there, okay? I've watched Monster House. I'm not going in there. There's no point. I mean, that's someone's house. We could get arrested for that. Why would we try to do that? So what we did instead was we made the block, because that house wasn't on the end, but it had a backyard that was bigger than the house beside it. So if we were to go around, we could see over the fence into their backyard. And honestly, I didn't really see anything. That one was not really much. That house just, it looked a little weird, but there wasn't really anything going on. I mean, I guess mystery. I mean, it's like, what? Why is the door open? You know, maybe that's what it was referring to. That makes a little bit of sense to me. Now, for the third intention, that's when we had a bright idea. For the third intention, we said money, right? Who wouldn't want to find no money? Free money. It's like, you know what? Let's give it a try. Let's see if we can find some money. So it directed us back down all of the hills that we were on. It directs us to a whole different city. We're in Tuscumbia at this point, almost on a mountain. And it's this road that not a lot of cars really go on. And our location for money is this abandoned gas station that it takes us to. I didn't even realize that was there. As many times as I've driven around that road or near that road, I've never seen that gas station. But we went to the abandoned gas station and we're just getting out, looking around. You know, we've set the intention for money, so I'd like to find some money. We're just searching for money. We kind of look desperate and poor or whatever. There's nothing there, nothing going on, no one's there. And one of the people I was with straight up finds $20 sitting on the curb. Like it was beside like a little rock. It was hidden a little bit, just $20. And we're like, oh, so this really does work. I mean, maybe, you know. $20 though, I mean, I would be, if it was $1, if it was like $5, it's kind of like, you know, I mean, anything could have happened to get that $1 or $5 there. So that was a little concerning, the fact that we found $20. It was definitely not, because I mean, I didn't get the money, so I didn't care. Not concerning though, it's like kind of cool. It's like, oh, like that's great, you know, there's free money. But it's just weird because how did the app know that the money was there? This is a road. There is nothing but an abandoned gas station and a couple houses that probably vacant. I don't really know. There's nothing around. This isn't really a public area. This is just one of those roads that not a lot of people go on. How does the app know that there is money there? Because $20, and yes, someone could leave $20 on the ground, whatever. We could get lucky and just so happen to find it, but there's no reason for any people to be in that spot that we were at. Could it have blown out the window of someone's car? Maybe, but all I'm saying is it's really weird for us to set the intention as money and the app to direct us to the exact location where there is some money at when there is no one there. You cannot tell me, I don't know. I have so many questions that would never be able to be answered just by that alone. But we found $20. So at this point, we were starting to think, oh, okay, you know, so maybe this app does work. Maybe this does something. And we decide to try danger again. Why did we do that? I don't know. I don't know why we did that. This right here is what leads us into the reasons that you should not use Randonautica. One, if you're going to be stupid and pick danger like we did, that's very stupid. But to this day, I cannot believe what we found. So, we set the intent as danger, and it directs us quite a distance away this time. It directs us all the way out to a highway. Now, we're still in Tuscumbia, but just on the outskirts. It directs us to a highway, and we drive along the highway just wondering where we're supposed to stop at, and it has us pull off, and it's at this rock quarry. But it's not the main entrance to the rock quarry. It's like part of the property. Like the rock quarry is just this huge place of land, and the rock quarry is just on a certain part of it. but it's still owned by the same people. So we could tell that it was part of the rock quarry. I mean, the turn for the direct entrance of the rock quarry was maybe like a mile back or so. So it wasn't like this was the rock quarry, but it wasn't. It was just this huge empty field. So we pull up and it's like this metal gate. It says private property, no entry, trespassers will be shot, like some crazy shit, right? And then we pull up and it's like just a spot where you can pull up to the gate and look. So that's what we do. We pull up to the gate and we're just sitting there looking for danger. It's this huge empty field. Now we could see the rock quarry from that gate, from the empty field, way off to like the left and like really far. Like it would have probably been like a, I don't know, 15 to 20 minute walk to get there from the gate. I'm looking around, right, and I don't see anything. There's nothing out there, and I'm not about to go jump over the fence to go investigate whatever's out there. For one, if it's danger. Two, that's illegal. I don't want to go to jail over some stupid shit, right? I'm thinking this is just an app, bro. Why does it keep directing me to go places that I'm not supposed to go? Like, that defeats the purpose. So I'm just looking for anything. I don't know what I'm supposed to be looking for. And then I looked along the tree line. So I didn't really describe that before, but the way the gate is that we're standing directly at the metal gate, right off the side of the highway. To the right of the metal gate, there is just field, empty field. There's nothing there. And to the left of the metal gate, there's trees. And the trees just form a line. They go all the way down the side of the highway, probably to the other entrance. There's maybe one tree in some places and like two or three. So it kind of goes like at an angle. It's not like a direct straight line or like planted trees that just go straight. It's a little uneven. And then beyond those trees, like just a little bit, is the same field all the way through until you can see the rock quarry like way out there. So I look along the tree line, right? And I do not know. I have zero words for this. This was not a spot of the property that anyone was necessarily at. There was no other people. We couldn't see anything. It was just empty. Now, the people probably worked at the rock quarry, I mean, that, of course. But that's a ways away. As I look along the tree line, maybe about half of a football field, if that, from the exact spot that we were standing on that tree line, there's a rope. And I'm not talking about one that multiple people swing and jump off in a I'm talking one that like one person swings on and they never stop. Like directly set up in the tree, hanging down. Yeah. At that point, we lost our shit. Because who put that there? Okay? Who did that? I don't know. At that point, we immediately got back in the car, deleted the app. Never again, bro. Never again after that, because that's some serious crazy shit that I'm not about to get involved. I don't know what that was, but that's not for me. No. We didn't see anybody chase us or follow us or anything, but we just straight up deleted the app. That was it. That is why I stress to anyone that thinks about using this app, don't do it. You never know what's going to happen. No, we did not get in any direct danger or physical harm, but we were very close. Very close, bro. That app is very, very questionable, and there's just so much shit on there that is not normal. It is not okay. Do not use Randonautica unless if you're that bored, go for it, whatever, but just be careful, okay? And that's my experience with Randonautica. Now, I do have plenty of other stories I could tell about other scary places or places that I've been, but I've just been seeing a ton of Randonautica clips on the internet lately, so I figured I would share my own story of when I went. So that's my story though, but be sure to like the video and come back if you guys want some more story times. Maybe comment below what kinds of stories you guys would like to hear. I've got a whole vault, dog. That's who I was. I was that guy. I was the person that goes out, wants to see all the scary stuff. I didn't care. I'm still that way. Just try to be a little less dangerous now. But we got it all. Comment below what you want to hear next time. Thank you guys for watching.